We stand at the dawn of human history, 1.8 million years ago, in the scorching African Pleistocene, the age of Homo erectus and the mastery of fire. Their world was a vast, unforgiving mosaic of volcanic plains, ancient rivers, and predator-haunted savannas. While humanity was born in the Great Rift Valley, for one tenacious group, the cradle was no longer enough. It was merely a launching pad. This is the saga of Zon, the resolute leader, Kala, the skilled toolmaker and guardian of their knowledge, and Yura, the seasoned elder, whose wisdom guided their every step. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, the very engine of human progress, they were poised to commit the greatest act of defiance in history, the first Great Migration. The journey began before the sun had fully broken the horizon. Africa was the cradle, but not the border. The golden light catches Zon's eye, reflecting the contained power of the small flame he guards, their ultimate advantage. The group, a unified force of 20, stands on a high, dry ridge overlooking a vast, silent plain. They carry their identity in their hands. The finely flaked, almond-shaped Acheulean hand axes and the straight-backed posture of conquerors. The tribe begins their trek, moving with the fast, measured pace of those with a distant, defined destination. Every step is a lesson. Zon's foot crushes a piece of bleached bone, a reminder that their collective memory of past failures is their strongest shield. They follow the life-giving, yet treacherous, course of an ancient, rushing river. Life on the move demands relentless efficiency. Kala, her movements sharp and economical, leads a hunting party to a fallen wildebeest. With a precise, practiced swing, her stone axe separates meat, tendon, and sinew with surgical accuracy, a primal blueprint for all future technology. Then the roar, a sound that stops the blood in the veins. They halt as one. The colossal Smilodon populator, the saber-toothed cat, is at the river, its huge fangs threateningly exposed, a force of ancient nature. But Zon's defense is not blind panic. He and his strongest men instantly form a spear barrier, hardened wooden spears pointed squarely at the beast. The Smilodon stalks, curious, perhaps confused by these upright figures holding fire and standing their ground. They are an anomaly. Kala seizes the strategic moment, swiftly tossing the excess wildebeest scraps far downriver. The cat, driven by the instinct for the easiest meal, turns its attention. Zon signals the silent, rapid retreat. They do not fight what they can outsmart. Strategy always prioritizes survival. Even the land itself seeks to defeat them. Zon, ever vigilant, uses a long branch to probe the ground ahead, discovering the subtle camouflage of a deep, natural pit trap. He guides the tribe around it. His advanced leadership is measured in lives saved, not spears thrown. They pause for the night on a high, safe mound. The fire crackles, a small, warm heart beating against the immensity of the dark world. Zon and Kala share a moment of kinship over roasted meat. Yura scratches geometric shapes onto a flat rock, the nascent language of art, mapping, and mathematics. But the morning brings the next great challenge. A vast, unnavigable gorge, too deep to enter and too wide to circumnavigate without losing weeks. Zon and Yura communicate with complex, urgent gestures. The answer lies not in brute strength, but in structural ingenuity. Yura points to a towering, dead tree nearby. Their idea is ambitious. A bridge. All able-bodied members work together, applying massive collective force with bark ropes. Straining, focused faces show the immense effort. With a tremendous, snapping crash, the trunk falls, shuddering to a rest, spanning the chasm. It is primitive, unstable, but it is a link. Zon crosses first, his steps slow and deliberate. Kala follows, carefully cradling the fire embers in their protective pot. A young woman slips, saved instantly by Yura's fast, strong grip, a testament to their community. Finally, they are across. They only look forward. They climb a final ridge. And then, Zon sees it. The vast, terrifying expanse of the ocean. The Gate of Tears. They had walked for thousands of miles. But this was the final wall. The sheer scale of the water is incomprehensible.
We must go now.
They camp near the shore, seeking food. Crabs, clams. Kala uses a stone to efficiently smash shells, extracting the rich, new marine nutrition. Yura observes the sky, noting the speed of the clouds and the movement of the tides. He points out a large, distant animal wading across the channel when the water is visibly low. Zahn understands instantly. The low tide is their one chance. The crossing is now or never. The tribe prepares, wrapping their tools and their dried meat. Zahn leads them, walking into the shallow water. But soon, the seafloor slopes away. The water deepens, rising to Zahn's chest. He holds his life-saving Acheulean axe high above the waterline. The current begins to strengthen, forcing them to link arms and bodies. A single, living chain defying the ocean's pull. An act of communal will. Unseen below, a large, dark shark glides silently past their feet. Zahn remains unflinching, his focus absolute. An elderly man, Kobo, falters, gasping, but two strong young women instantly grip his arms, hauling him forward. They struggle against sharp, unseen submerged rocks, their efforts dyeing the water with thin plumes of red liquid. They fight until, finally, they drag themselves, gasping and spent, onto the new, alien shore. Exhausted, they stand on the new land, the Arabian Peninsula. Zahn kneels, his open hand pressing into the foreign soil, a gesture of primitive ownership and ultimate triumph. Yura and Kala gaze around, pointing in shared wonder at the different, arid vegetation. They check the final, most precious possession, the pot of embers. Protected from the water, the fire still glows. They quickly nurture it with dry tinder. The light of the first civilization flickers on a new continent. Zahn and Kala stand together, looking into the flame, millions of years of evolution distilled into this one victorious moment. They continue their march deeper into the new land. This was not just a migration. This was the birth of a new aspiration. The aspiration to conquer the world. They were the first world travelers, the firebringers, the toolmakers. Our true ancestors were born. Zahn, Kala, and Yura walk side by side, heading towards the distant, vast, and challenging continent of Asia. By crossing the water, they had fundamentally crossed the limits of their species. The sound of their strong, rhythmic footfalls is all that remains, soon joined by the sharp, metallic sound of the stone axe, the ultimate tool of their destiny.